My name is Charles Kelly. I'm interviewing Joseph Henry Tierney on September 24th, 2008, and we're here at his home in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, and I'm present and with his daughter, Amy Tierney Allen, so we will all be asking questions. So thanks, Mr. Tierney, for agreeing to do this interview. And tell me again, what was your birth date?
1/24/23.
And you were born in
Covington.
Tell me about your family. Did you? How many kids in your family? And
There was 5 children.
5 children.
Yeah.
How many boys?
3 boys and 2 girls.
3 boys, 2 girls. Okay, very good. And what did your father do for a living?
Worked on a railroad.
L&N Railroad?
L&N Railroad.
Okay.
So did I.
And you worked on the L&N Railroad
Oh, yes.
before the war and after the war?
Yes.
What did you do for the railroad?
Worked on what's he called, a rib track. That was in the place where you repaired cars.
Oh, you repaired the railroad cars?
Railroad cars, yes.
How'd you learn how to do that? Your dad teach you?
Yep. Railroad taught me.
Okay. And where did you go to school? Did you go to St. Augustine?
St. Augustine's. That's as far as I went.
Did you go to high school at all?
No, not then.
Okay. Very good. So tell me, what was do you remember the Depression at all? What was that like? Did your dad have a job during the Depression? And
No, he was working on a railroad.
good. So your family had some money?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay. So tell me then, do you remember when you got drafted? How you found out? Did a letter come in the mail? Did someone tell you you were drafted? What happened to the Army?
I was called to come to a place
Oh, okay.
at that time.
You were called.
Yeah.
Probably to, what, downtown Covington or something like that?
Downtown Covington.
Okay. So what'd you think? Were you scared? Were you excited?
No, it was just an absolute necessity.
Absolute necessity, something you had to do. Okay. So that was probably, do you remember what year that was? That was probably in the 40s sometime. Let me put this on pause a second. So you were discharged in Christmas 1945, it looks like, and you went in about 3 years before that. Okay. So after you were drafted, do you remember where you went to boot camp or basic training?
Yeah.
Where was that?
And
Down in North Carolina? Georgia?
where the heck was it?
Oh, Louisville?
Oh,
Okay. What was that like? Do you remember?
it was just plain old learning how to walk.
Learning how to walk, learning how to march
Yes, march.
with guns,
Yes.
rifles,
Yes.
learning how to salute.
Yes.
Was that hard?
No, it's just a thing you had to work at.
What else? Did you learn how to shoot down there? And
No, not there. It was later.
later on you learned all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, what was that like? Do you remember, what was the food like? What was the experience like? Was that...
Well, food was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. K rations, C rations.
Oh no, that was all in the camp. You got it right in the
Mess hall?
mess hall.
Okay. And how long did that last? That was probably a month or two, or
Oh,
6 weeks, 8 weeks?
it was about three months.
Oh, 3 months. Sounds tough.
Yeah. Then I went to the west.
And you went to the West.
Yes, got ready to go to overseas.
Okay, so Louisville, what do they call that? Boot camp?
Boot camp.
And then you went to the West for, was that called basic training, or was that different?
Basic training.
Okay. So you went out west somewhere?
Yes, and what the heck was the name of the doggone?
I know Fort Sill's out there, and Fort Polk, Fort Dix, somewhere in California.
That's in California.
Okay. Okay. And how long did that last? That probably lasted a couple months also?
Oh, it was almost about 2/3 of a year.
Oh, is that right? Several months, 6 months, something like that. So you're out in California, and that's where you learned how to shoot
Everything.
everything. Yeah, that must have been tough.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the
Yeah,
business.
part of the business, what you had to do. Okay. Then, from California, what'd you do? You got on a ship?
On the ship, went to what was the place that got bombed?
Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor.
Did you really? What'd you do out there?
Was only there a short time.
Okay.
And then I was taken to an island.
Then you went to an island?
That's when all the work started.
Yeah. That's when it got tough. So, after Pearl Harbor, you went to an island, and remember, what was the name of that island?
Trying to think of it.
That's okay. Was it,
No. Where was that? First island we went to.
I ought to have it on all that stuff I got from the Army.
Do you know where that stuff is?
Oh, hey, no.
That's all right. Okay, so what'd you do? What'd you do on that island?
Well, that's where you were taught how to use a gun
Okay.
and what to expect
Oh, sure.
from
The enemy. Yeah.
the enemy.
Did you practice landing on beaches and stuff like that? I know a lot of veterans said that they practiced, running on the beaches, beach landings.
Well,
Not so much of that.
that happened when it really worked. When you really worked.
Yeah. Right.
Landed on it now.
Okay. Landed on. Did you land on any islands? Do you remember? Did you have to go up on ships and then land and run onto an island
Yes.
during a battle? Were people shooting at you?
No.
Okay. What else do you remember there?
All the shooting was on the island itself.
Okay, I see. So, what else do you remember? Were you in anything you could think of? You said you were in New Guinea, and you were building airstrips in New Guinea. Is that right?
Yeah, New Guinea. And then the next place we went to.
Mm-hmm. You're building airstrips for the Air Force.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what else? Were there... you mentioned something about Iwo Jima. You were on the island of Iwo Jima?
Yes.
What'd you do there? Do you remember?
We landed on there and we took over the island
Mm-hmm.
and then we stayed there until our time to go home.
Okay. On Iwo Jima, did you also build airstrips, or were you involved in the fighting on the Iwo Jima?
No, that was done.
Fighting was done.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was cleared out. No more Japanese.
We do the work.
Oh, you did the work.
Take care because they was getting ready for Japan.
They were, yeah, the invasion of Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to Japan.
No. Do you remember, were there any Japanese on the island? Did you ever see any Japanese prisoners or soldiers?
Well, they was on the island that we had that we were on before,
Oh, okay.
and they were so far into the woods that the Army just says, we'll just work around them and let them just live there or die there, whichever.
Really?
And I never did see any of them after that.
It's good. Did anybody ever shoot at you or anything like that?
No,
Good.
fortunately.
Fortunately, good, good. So you were most of the time building airstrips?
Airstrips.
That was important work.
Before you get there, well, you have to do a lot of road work. See?
Oh, yeah, okay. So you did all that. Like, what did you do? Do you actually using shovels and digging and stuff like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow. Cutting down trees?
Yes. That too.
You did all that stuff?
Heck yeah, you had to.
Wow.
If you're going to make a strip
Yeah.
to land planes, you have to clear it out completely.
Must have been hard work.
It was. Hot work too.
And you were only how old? How old were you?
20, 21, something like that? 22?
21.
You were 21?
Yeah.
Now you only went through St. Augustine, and then didn't you say that you went to Holmes High School for a little while?
Yeah.
You
Just
went
1
there
year.
for 1 year
Yeah.
before you were drafted.
Yeah.
So that would make you only 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And you were drafted at 14 or 15 years old.
No, 17 years old.
Oh, 17. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were at Holmes for a couple
I
of
was,
years.
yeah.
First.
Worked on a railroad. I
Oh.
lied. I gave my age as 16, and I mean 18. It was only 16.
Really? Why'd you do that?
I had to get a job to work, take care of my mother.
Oh, okay, okay.
We lost our father,
Oh,
so
That's right, Dad.
I corrected it a year before I left. Retired.
is that right? You corrected your age the year before you left? That's a good story.
That's right.
How'd your dad die?
He had high blood pressure and
Did he?
had problems. And it really hurt him.
He died in 1940. He died September 1st, 1940. And
Okay.
so he died before you went into,
Yeah.
before you were drafted, right?
Yes.
Okay. So was it?
That's why I
was
went
it,
to work.
So it was that year, wasn't it?
Uh,
That year that he died was when you were drafted.
yes.
The same year. How long after he died did you get drafted? Do you remember? Was it real short of a time? It must have been within a month or so, wasn't it?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Gives you some timeline.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. So they believed you when you said you were 18? Good. So go back to the islands. What else happened on those islands? You were cutting down trees?
Yeah.
Digging?
Yeah.
What were the strips made of? What would you lay? Was it just dirt?
Yes, it was dirt. Well, we used bulldozers for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went up and down that thing, and then we got sand when we could.
Oh.
It spread that on it, and
Mm-hmm.
then they rolled it,
Oh, okay. So they packed it down.
packed it down. And then these planes came down, you know how it was then.
Yeah.
So,
How long would it take to build one of those airstrips, do you think?
it'll take you about a month.
A month? That must have been back-breaking work.
It was.
Were you tired all the time? I bet you were tired.
She went to bed and went to sleep, too.
Went to bed and went to sleep? What else do you do on the islands? You play cards? Anything like that?
Well, a lot of them played cards, but I didn't.
Any drinking? I talked to some veterans, and they sounded like they drank a lot.
No.
Good. So what else? Let me ask some other questions. Were you able, I know you're Catholic, were you able to go to Mass?
Oh, yes.
They had a priest on the island?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Army chaplain?
Yeah, they had a good chaplain, good place to play, have Mass.
Oh, good.
So,
You go to Mass every Sunday?
well, you can.
When you could?
Sometimes you can.
No.
If you're told to work, you worked.
Right, right. Receive communion? Would you receive communion every day? Or anything like that? Or
No.
you couldn't do that?
Heck no. You get out of bed, you go to work. You eat something and go to work.
What was the food like on the island?
Well, it was out of the boxes.
It was out of the boxes.
Yes.
Were those called K rations or C
K
rations?
rations.
K. Okay. Would you have powdered eggs, all that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Ugh. That would get old after a while.
If you're hungry, you eat everything you can.
And what was the sleeping arrangements like? Were you in a hotel?
No.
Just a tent?
Tents.
Was it, how many men slept in your tent? Was it just you?
Oh, no. No, there was about 6 to 20.
6 to 20 in a tent?
How big a tent you had,
Yeah.
what's in it, and that you were in. But,
You sleep on cots?
on cots.
On cots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was it comfortable?
Well, there's a place to sleep, that's all I can tell you.
What was in the tent? Was it like bare ground, or did you have a mat under there?
Oh, no.
A tarp?
Just ground.
Ground?
Yes.
Place was probably crawling with bugs, wasn't it?
Oh, no. No.
No big spiders or mosquitoes?
No, not really. You take care of all that stuff.
Yeah. Good. Good. Did you have to take any medicines over there? Malaria medicine?
Oh, Lord, yes.
Remember all that stuff?
Yeah, you all had to take those things to keep you from getting sick.
Did they give you shots? Immunizations? Remember that?
No, unless you had a problem,
Yeah.
then you got shots.
Did you get sick over there or anything?
No, I didn't.
Good. Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy Irishman.
Yeah.
So what, so then tell us about, after you built the airstrips, then the planes would come in?
Yes.
And what did you do then?
We would put the work on the rest of the island. See? Doing other work.
Like what?
Building streets and so forth.
Streets to get around,
Yes.
for the jeeps to drive.
Yes. Yeah.
How would you do that? Just bulldozing again?
Bulldozers, yes. I rode them.
You rode them?
Heck yeah.
Neat. So you're actually driving the bulldozer, knocking down trees and stuff?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And what were those paths? Those just dirt paths? Or those sand again? Hard paths?
Well, it was dirt
Dirt.
on an island,
Sure.
But then we got sand to facilitate
Mixed in. Where would you get the sand? From the beach?
from the beach, yeah.
What else did you do? Build any buildings or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, we had to do that too in our own area. So many guys was doing this, and the rest of us was working for the
Yeah.
outfit.
That was a really important job then.
No, sir. You just fall in wherever you need it. That's all.
Well, you sounded like a good soldier.
Well, you had to.
You had to. Were you ever scared that you might get shot or die or get sick?
Oh boy, yes. I went to bed one night on this island. I came in. I was riding a bulldozer with the army. When I stopped working, they stopped near our place.
Mm-hmm.
I got down and I said, well, I'm not going out there where I'm working. I don't know where my outfit is. Because we had just landed here a couple of days before that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was laying somewhere on the edges of the forest.
Yeah.
Just right near the edge, like between here and there.
Uh-huh.
So instead of going to my outfit, I just sat on a bulldozer and went to sleep. Stayed right there. And next morning when I got my rig, there was a slug in there. So his Japs was still in them.
Someone shot at you during the night?
And my outfit, yeah.
At your outfit?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, of course, I made out with the hole in my clothes.
No hole in your clothes. Well, that's scary.
I know what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, did you hear that one
They
before?
stopped us from working because they were afraid of getting shot.
So you had to stop working. Wow. Did you get in trouble for sleeping on the bulldozer?
Hell no. It was the safest place I had.
Wow. That's a good story. Any other stories you can remember like that?
No, after that it wasn't so bad. They started clearing out these Japanese.
So you were building stuff. You were lucky you didn't have to take a gun, shoot at anybody, did you?
No, I didn't.
You had the important role of building the infrastructure.
Right.
Buildings, roads,
That's
airstrips.
Everything. For the officers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Once you get your job done for the government, for the rest of that outfit,
Yeah.
well, then you apply for required to do other things.
Sure. Remember who your officers were? Who was your second lieutenant and all that stuff?
I don't remember the blasted guys.
How about your sergeant? Remember those guys?
They were okay.
They were okay? Were they mean?
They were just pretty. No, they weren't mean.
They looked out for you.
Oh, yes.
Good. Did you make any lifelong friends in the Army? Anybody you kept in touch with?
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't kept in touch with anybody.
Not after the war, but during the war, you had some friends there?
Oh, yes. From our own area.
Sure.
Because we all came from the same place.
Oh, you all came from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. You all got drafted together and stuff.
Right.
I see. And do you remember the names of any of those? So you were on Iwo Jima, building the
Yeah.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Any other islands?
No more.
You were at Iwo Jima, and weren't you in New Guinea? You said New Guinea, though, weren't you?
Yeah. New Guinea's where I was at the beginning.
Oh, at the beginning. Okay. You do the same thing on that island. You built stuff.
No, that's where I were broken in.
Oh, that's where you're broken in.
Yeah.
You're training.
Right.
Oh, I understand. And then from there you went to Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
And from Iwo Jima you went home? Or did you go to the Philippines?
No, I went to the Philippines.
Oh.
I went to the Philippines and then to Iwo Jima.
Oh, New Guinea to the Philippines to Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
And then home.
Yeah.
Okay. And what'd you do in the Philippines? Same kind of thing?
Well, it was just ordinary, what do they call it? Beginning, the very beginning of your, after you leave the States.
Yeah.
That was your boot camp, or that was your
Yeah.
training time? Was that where you learned how to shoot the gun?
That was training.
Oh, I understand.
And everything?
That was training.
So what were those islands like? Were they pretty?
Well, just rugged.
Rugged?
Yeah.
Mountains?
Well, we weren't in the cities.
Mm-hmm.
We were placed outside the cities.
Okay.
See?
Did you get to meet any local people? Any Filipino men or women?
Oh yeah, they used them for a lot of things.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Like what? You used them to help
Yeah.
build stuff? And...
Right.
Did they get paid?
Oh, I guess they did. It wasn't doing it for nothing.
Check to make sure that was going on.
Did you get any coconuts or bananas or local food or anything like that?
No, not any of the local food. Usually you kept your own type.
Sure. How about the water? Could you drink the water, or what would you do for water?
Well, they get that. They go through the process.
They process.
You get it from the army.
Okay.
See,
So it was brought in
it
on
goes
a
through the
ship?
process. Yeah.
Brought in on ship with your rations?
Yeah, they clean it.
Well,
Clean your water.
Oh,
clean your water. They cleaned it. What did you have, a canteen you drank out of all the time?
Yeah.
How about
What you lived with.
you lived with you? Sure. How often could you take a shower or a bath? Every day?
Every day.
Oh, you did?
Every day. Oh yeah. Yeah. By the time you're through working, you need a shower.
Yeah. You would.
We had showers. We did pretty good. It was warm over there, see. So it was
Sure.
easy. It was just cold water, really.
Did you do anything for fun? Play baseball? What would you do for entertainment?
Oh, yeah. Entertainment? Well, whatever is available.
Did they have movies you guys could watch?
We do have, yeah.
They'd show movies on the island? Neat. Have little parties?
No, none of that.
Was there much drinking? There wasn't much drinking, you said. Or smoking? How about smoking? I know some veterans said that
I was able to buy that.
Did you smoke?
That I did, yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to some veterans, and they said that they, with every K ration or something, they just kept passing out cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So everyone smoked.
Did everyone
Time you ran
smoke?
out.
Did everyone smoke?
No, not everyone.
Not everyone?
No.
Most people.
There were just people there, too, see.
Mm-hmm. Now, how about did you work with any black people? Were there black people in your army, in your division or anything?
No.
Because I know back in World War II, the black troops were separated from the white troops.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you didn't see any black people on the island at all working with
Oh, yeah.
American blacks?
Oh, yeah.
What did they do? The same thing you did?
They did mostly, well, the same work we did, except it was their own place.
It was their own place.
Yeah.
They'd stay in their own tents.
You came across them, but
Yeah. Right.
yeah, they did separate them.
They did separate them.
Yeah, at that time.
So what else? Were you, did you send letters home or anything like that?
Oh yeah, whenever you had a chance.
You wrote home?
Yeah. See, a lot of times they didn't want you to tell them where you was.
Sure. Sure. And was your family worried about you?
Oh, certainly.
I bet. How about were any of your brothers in the war too?
No, they weren't.
It was just you.
Yeah. One of them was, and he got discharged.
Mm-hmm.
He had a problem.
Okay.
So,
You had friends from St. Augustine and Covington? that were in the war?
Oh yeah.
Any of them die in the war? Do you know some people who died?
No, we didn't have any.
Good. So what was it like coming home? Were you happy when you found out you were coming home?
Oh yes.
Was the war over when they? Because it looks like your discharge was, the war ended in August of 45.
Yeah.
But it looks like you were
I came
discharged.
home on Christmas.
Yeah, you were discharged on Christmas, and your separation center was Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Right.
So you must have gone back to Fort Knox, I guess.
Yes.
They mustered you out there. So did you think that you were going to have to invade Japan?
Oh yes, before we left over there.
Yeah.
We were hoping not to, so we got to come home,
Yeah.
and that we wasn't.
You took the ship back to Fort Knox.
Oh yes.
What was it like on the ship? You remember that?
That's the Fort Knox.
When the ship home, was it real crowded?
Railroad.
Oh, the railroad. Oh, you took the train to Fort Knox.
That's right. But I didn't leave out in California until the early. This was a long trip.
I bet.
California.
So you took the ship from Iwo Jima to California.
Yes.
Oh, and then the train to Fort Knox.
Train to Fort Knox.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't get there until late night.
Late night.
And all my family was gone
Uh-huh.
and everything, whatever they thought I would be there at noontime.
Oh.
I didn't get there till 8 o'clock that night.
So your family, okay. You thought your family would be waiting for you at Fort Knox?
No. Home, my home.
Oh, in Covington.
Yeah.
Because you took the train to Fort Knox, and then how did you get home to Covington?
Bus.
Bus.
Took a bus.
Yeah.
So the bus dropped you off in downtown Covington?
No, to where I live.
Oh, it took you to where you lived. They're on Jefferson Street,
Jefferson Avenue.
Jefferson Avenue in Covington. So what was it like when you saw your family?
Oh, it was a great arrival.
It was a great arrival?
My mother and my sister, that's all that was there.
Oh, you hadn't seen them in a year or two.
No.
Were they crying? What happened? You woke them up because it was late at night?
Well, it wasn't that late. It was 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock at night? Okay.
Yeah. But all the rest of them, they had to go home.
Sure.
For some reason.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, anyhow.
So what happened? You walked through the door? Did they jump up and hug you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Were they crying? Were you crying?
No, I was just tickled to death to get there.
Were you happy to be home?
Wondering why I couldn't get there earlier.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I gave them all the news and everything the next day.
Oh.
By phone, see.
My phone called. Okay.
So,
Did they throw a big party for you
oh yeah, later.
later on? A welcome home party.
Yeah, because they were working too.
Sure. That's a lot of fun. Did you bring home any souvenirs?
Oh yeah, I brought over some. But I had my stuff to bring home, and I didn't have room for souvenirs.
Oh, you didn't have much room.
That's real big stuff, anyhow.
What'd you bring home? Any guns or knives?
I don't remember.
Coconuts?
Oh no. Heck no.
That's neat. Anything else you can remember on the islands? Any other stories of exciting experiences, interesting experiences? Fauna?
Yeah, one time my bulldozer got, after a hard rain, and I was given a job of trying to fix this road. And it sunk.
It sunk
Yeah,
in the
mud.
in the mud. What'd you do then?
I got down off that bulldozer and I pulled and pulled and pulled with my hands to get the mud out so I could get this thing going again.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get that much mud out of the way. But
You did it?
I did it.
Man. So you rode a bulldozer. Did you do anything else? You used saws? How did you knock the trees down? Was that with the bulldozer?
What's in front of you?
Oh, I see. You just kept driving it.
You can drive it right on down.
You pulled the trees out, or you?
And then you pull them out sidewise, put them to the side.
Oh, you put them to the side.
Keep putting them to the side,
Yeah.
and then later you take care of getting them.
You burn them.
Burn them up.
You see any monkeys or any interesting animals on the islands?
Oh yeah,
Snakes.
snakes. Yep.
Because there's probably poisonous snakes on those islands, aren't there? They tell you to be careful.
I didn't bother with that. No, you
You didn't bother them, they didn't bother
no,
you.
you always watched everything.
Sure. So it was a good experience, though, wasn't it?
Oh yes, that's right.
Kind of glad you did it?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Well, you served the country. That was really important.
Oh yes, that's how it was.
Did you miss the Army at all? Did you stay in the Army?
No,
You were discharged and you left.
we got out as soon as we could.
Yeah. Did you have a sweetheart back home? Did you know your wife at the time? You met your wife later on. Very good. Very good. Anything else, Amy, you can think of to ask?
What did you build the buildings out of on the island? What were they made? What did you build them from? Were they from the trees that you cut down, or did you have lumber? Was it hut? It was the huts. What kind of building?
No, we had
Did you bring in sheet metal?
no. We had tents all the time. There was always tents, unless you went to a place like when we stopped over in
Philippines?
Philippines.
When you went over there?
There was buildings there.
There were buildings made of regular concrete.
Yeah.
And
Did you help make those?
No.
Okay.
I was there.
I see.
so on the island,
These is just like here.
Yeah.
so on Iwo Jima, you didn't really have structural
No, you had your
things.
tents.
Just your tents. You didn't build any other buildings on Iwo Jima.
Me and all the whole rest of the army had tents everywhere.
And the people who lived there, they just lived in
That's right.
tents also, or
No,
what did they
they
live in?
had their own.
They had huts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see anybody get killed or anything like that?
Oh boy.
Or hurt anybody?
Well, we had some of them got hurt.
In your company? From the enemy?
Yeah.
It's working.
Accidents they had.
Accidents. Yeah, because it was dangerous. I mean, clearing all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you hear? You heard some battles, fighting going on there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
You heard it
Oh yes.
in the kind of not near you, but away from you on the island.
Came walking on the what's his name? The big man,
MacArthur.
MacArthur. He had his men stand out in the water with him, and they walked onto the beach
Really?
and have it for the benefit of the
Cameras and stuff.
Yeah, cameras.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Oh, you saw MacArthur?
yeah. They were just over to the side, see.
Really? Did you get his
It was
autograph?
just a big old, look at me, you know.
It was look at me. It was a kind of a big for the cameras. Huh?
Yeah, that's all.
Was the island already secure when he'd come up?
Yes, yes.
Did you get to meet him? Shake his hand? Get his autograph?
Heck, yeah.
You didn't care, did you?
No, I didn't. I thought that was a big,
Show? Just a big show?
yeah.
Big show. So you were on islands though where you would hear gunfire, explosions.
Oh yeah, lots of times.
That's scary.
Yeah, it makes you a little.
Sure.
Did you need to shoot your gun to defend yourself?
You always had your gun with you.
But have you had to shoot out at someone to defend yourself?
Until the island was clear, taken up, and then you didn't have to worry.
Okay. So you've never had to defend yourself?
No.
Good.
There's one place in the Pacific where they left the Japanese, and you didn't go walking up around that place. That's for sure.
Okay.
See, the locals, they used to go out there in the woods and all that to get their food. And I wasn't about to go out there.
No.
Did you have to
But you
worry?
never know when those Japanese would hit them, see?
Yeah. Did you have to worry about landmines?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Did you have to clear some landmines too?
No, we didn't have to.
That was someone else's job.
That was the outfit that
Oh yeah.
took care of that.
It's an engineer outfit. And did you see any Japanese prisoners of war or anything like that? POWs? Any captured Japanese?
Oh, yes.
You saw some?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, they were taken by Army.
By the Army?
How did they treat them?
Huh?
How were the Japanese POWs treated by the Americans?
They was on a march where we saw them.
Oh, they were marching?
Going from one place to the other, wherever it was being kept.
I see. Did they look scared or mean?
Yeah,
Just like normal people?
yeah. That's right.
How did you feel about the Japanese? Did you have a lot of anger or hatred or just...
Well, at that time,
Yeah.
he was glad that they were in prison.
Right. Right. Did you hear when the bomb was dropped, the atom bomb, on Hiroshima? Did you hear about that when you were in the Army?
No,
They didn't tell you guys.
no.
Yeah, you found out later. That's what I heard from other veterans. They found out later.
Yeah.
So you found out when you got home, back home,
No, we were too far away.
but nobody told you about it.
Well, we get information the same as you did over here.
What kind of communication device did you have?
We had radios.
Those little box radios?
Yeah. Not everybody.
Just
but you
one?
go to, yeah. Wherever your place was that you had facilities.
The sergeant would have the box radio, and then
Yes.
that's it, right? That was the only communication on the island.
Right.
Okay.
And how often would you get mail? Once a week?
I don't remember.
Kind of hit or miss, probably. Was that exciting?
Well, if you moved around in that way,
Yeah.
you didn't get it until later.
Right. Did they let you write things, or do they have to read your mail before you mail?
It's all checked out.
It's all checked out. Wow. I wonder who had that job. The mail reader.
Yeah,
Well, that's what the clerks were for.
Oh, the clerks. Okay.
radar.
Do you see anything else interesting? Any interesting stories of your buddies over there? Anything else you can remember?
Oh, I remember Christmas. I moved up to this place, and Christmas is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So the nurses and some of the men in our outfit gathered all kinds of stuff to fix up the place at a church.
At a church?
In the building. Actually, what was it?
Was it a hut?
A big hut. And they really made it with all this grease stuff. And put it against this. It wasn't a building. It was what I'm trying to
It's like
think
a
of.
shelter?
What the heck?
So it's just like a roof and then
Right
side
next to that-
poles
Right next to
to the airport
this
strip?
airport,
To the strip?
they had gobs of stuff for the planes
Mm-hmm.
in containers big like this.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes, now this is at night,
Mm-hmm.
here comes a plane from somewhere with material for the army.
Okay.
And lo and behold, there's a Japanese plane followed him right in.
Wow.
And we left that church, and that church was that place, ducked down as deep as we could in front of, away from this doggone gasoline, for heaven's
No, it's
sake.
gasoline. That's what I thought
man.
it was.
And if that guy would have
Yeah. You would have been dead.
sent his guns and hit this place. But instead, he came down in behind the plane and he was out for that plane.
Oh, he was trying to hit the plane.
And then they banged him and down he went.
How close was he to the ground when it hit him? Or how close was the American plane to the ground before the Japanese plane hit him?
He got in. He was just running down.
He landed.
He was
He
landed.
landed, and this one was no higher than that house.
And he shot him from up in the air?
And they smacked him in. And so he crashed into the ground.
Oh, mercy. And the Japanese plane got away?
No, the Japanese plane got smacked.
Oh. And the American plane got shot by the...
No, the American plane went on in.
Oh, American plane landed.
He followed him in, but he got shot down.
Oh, the Japanese plane got shot down. The American plane was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who shot the Japanese plane down?
The
The
men on the...
men
On the land.
on the ground.
Yeah.
So they had saw.
Sure, they let the plane go by, and then they start firing.
Oh,
at
I
him.
see.
See?
Anti-aircraft guns.
Oh,
Wow. You see, did it blow up? Or just crash?
I didn't see him. I was hiding behind. Oh, yeah.
You were hiding. I don't blame you.
You're right. Because, boy, if that gasoline was something off my...
Oh, good.
That would have been... Everything would have went. The tent and all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did the Japanese all die in the plane?
I don't know.
Wow.
I wasn't interested in that.
Was it one of those Japanese Zeros? You know, with the propeller plane and the, you know,
Propeller plane.
the Zeros with the big circle, red circle, painted underneath? Do you remember what the plane?
I don't know.
Wow, that's a good story. So what was Christmas? So you had Christmas. Did you have a Christmas party after that?
After that.
No. We'd stayed away from that end of that airport, I'll tell you.
Wow.
You didn't want any part of that gasoline.
You guys were lucky.
See, this thing came from I think they said it came from, oh darn,
The plane,
the plane, yeah, it came from,
Philippines. Where did it come from? Was he bringing supplies?
bringing supplies, yes,
The American plane.
yeah.
Was he bringing stuff for
It
Christmas?
didn't come from the U.S., it came from,
Oh, it came from another island.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Or an aircraft carrier?
It was a carrier or otherwise from, let me think.
I'm trying to think what it came from.
Named big islands.
Hawaii,
Not Hawaii,
Guam, Philippines.
no.
I don't know all those. Oh, that's okay.
That's right.
Came from an island.
Not here. Let's see.
It's a big place out in the Pacific.
Sure.
Big country,
Australia.
Australia.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
Came from the American came from Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mariana Islands,
Okay.
something like that, maybe.
What else? That's a good. Any other stories, Mr. Tierney? That's a good one. Did you see any dead people? Any dead Japanese or dead Americans?
I may have, but
People taken away in body bags or anything like that, huh?
well,
Would you hear about America? Any people dying? You probably heard about that over there, though.
when we first arrived at places, why, some of those Japanese was shot,
Oh.
and they would be laying there and we're marching past them.
Oh, really? You see them dead on the ground?
Yeah.
Wow.
When you came back from the war, did you find out that some of your friends or some people, your neighbors, had died in the war?
Oh yeah.
That were lived on your street?
Yeah.
There were? Where were they? Do you remember?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember that. But were there a lot of people that you knew?
Not a lot.
Anything else? So you were happy to put that behind you, but it would sound like
Absolutely.
a great experience, though.
Oh yeah. Well, you had to learn to live.
Had to learn to live. And you came back, and you started working the railroad right away again?
5 days after.
5 days after.
Absolutely.
No vacation time.
Wow, you deserve it. You should have taken a long vacation.
No, I shouldn't go to work.
You needed the money.
My mother and sister needed the money.
Yeah. Good for you. Did you get your old job back?
Yeah, I was a young man then.
Then what did you end up doing? You worked for the L&N Railroad your whole life.
Yeah, my whole life.
Did you do the same job your whole life? You
Work on
on the cars?
Yeah, on the cars.
So you're like a mechanic?
Mechanic. Yeah.
Wow. But you got pretty good. Those are good
It was
stories.
a good job, man.
Sure.
Always kept our cars in good shape.
When did you retire from the railroad?
85.
85. 23 years ago. Wow, you must have been a young man. You're only
62.
Yeah, you were 62. Okay, you were 62.
See, I told them in January that I was going to leave in May,
Mm-hmm.
the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
And all my fellow members, said, "You're silly, you're crazy, you'll be here till you're 65. And, I says, "If you're here, watch me."
That's good.
And that's what happened. They had to watch me.
Sure. They had to watch you. That's funny.
And I left at 62 because at 60, that's the following July, they were going to change the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Make you stay till 65
Yeah.
before you take the full pension.
You were smart.
And I got my pension from that 62 on.
Good. Good. Just a couple more questions. What was it like on the ship? Did you enjoy riding on the ship?
Oh, yes.
What was that like?
Squeezed to death.
Squeezed to death?
But it was on beds.
Like hammocks?
Hammocks, yes.
Oh.
Kind of stacked one on another?
One on top of the other.
How high? How high were they?
I think it was three.
3 deep or 3 high?
3 high.
Hammocks
Full,
on a ship?
boy, on full.
You were
You
full.
were moving all the time, weren't you?
You rocked.
Did you get seasick?
No, you go to sleep first.
Okay. Was that fun? Did you get to walk around on deck and see the ocean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. You know what we got to eat?
Mm-mm.
An apple or an orange or something like that. Just one.
That's it?
One. At lunchtime. That was
1 apple.
One apple.
one apple. One orange. Whatever.
Wow.
Not the rations, or you didn't have those?
After all, that ship had just so much room for food,
Yeah.
so that's what you got. But they could stack somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know. And that's what you had. You had something for breakfast, you had something for supper.
Oh, boy.
Where'd you go to the bathroom?
They had
Latrine? Ahead?
trees, yes.
How about when you're on the islands? They have latrines? You have to dig latrines?
Oh, yes. You have to little buildings like,
Little buildings?
yeah.
There toilet paper and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting kind of personal, but I just wondering about all that stuff.
I know, I was wondering that
Heck,
too.
yeah.
So you dug a hole, a big hole, and then you had to build a wooden seat on top of it, right? Is that how it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Was there men's and women's bathrooms? Were there any women on the island?
Maybe women were
Well, you talked about having nurses. You talked about having some nurses that were
Yeah,
there
but that was by the airport.
by the airport.
And their places, and heck, they had their own systems.
Yeah.
So there were nurses by the airport on the island,
Yes.
but you didn't have any women.
Not around our.
No medical tent
No.
with nurse in it.
We had our own medics.
You were doing medics.
Sure.
Okay.
Were the nurses pretty?
Well, they were
They were okay.
just like the girl next door.
The girl next door.
So the Andrews sisters never came and visited you, huh?
Just a couple more questions. So what would you do on the ships all day? Just kind of walk around or
That's all.
read?
That or read.
Read and write.
Yeah, that's right.
And what was it like when you came back to California and then on the train to Fort Knox? Was it a lot of fun? Were people really happy?
Oh, absolutely.
Were they partying?
As best they could. You couldn't get off the train.
Really?
Uh-uh.
Oh, but the train was
You
packed.
didn't want to get off.
You didn't want to get off because it was...
Why, no, you want to go home.
Oh, right. Was it just packed with soldiers?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you have a cot to sleep on the train? Or did you just sit in your chair?
You sat in a chair.
You didn't get a cot.
Wow.
Seats. They had seats. You know.
Just like on a plane, huh? You get to recline your seat back to sleep.
Well, we went to a place Lexington. We went to the Army place in Lexington from California. And then we was dumped from there on the train here.
Oh, we transferred there.
Anything else you can think of, Mr. Tierney? Any other stories? You've told a lot of good ones.
Well, I can't even find my stuff now.
Well,
If we come across something, we'll let you know.
yeah. Well, I really want to thank you for serving the country and all the things that you've done in your life. It sounds like you've had a wonderful life and a lot of adventures.
Yep.
And again, thanks for your bravery and your service to the country. And thanks for taking this time to share those stories and memories with us.
This is the best I could do with what I had.
Oh, that was fantastic. God bless you. Thank you very, very much.
Okay.